Tell us a little bit more about the show. You said like the title was inspired by the movie. Um, can you tell us a little bit more about that and what mediums you use for the show? And
Yeah. So I'll go first, and then Brandon can kind of speak
yeah.
about it. But it's for me, it's mostly a lot of my oil paints. Because I feel like this year I've been pretty reflective on all the work I've done, and the movie itself is kind of about like it's a little nihilistic, existential, but it's also like a dark comedy.
Oh, you mean that's how you interpret the movie?
Yeah, that's like
Mm,
one of the ways like that
a
I've
little
kind
bit.
of
Could have been darker. I've seen
it,
much
it
darker
definitely
movies.
could have been darker. It was I mean I found comedic relief in it, and
Oh
also
yeah.
kind of was reflective. So I kind of like
Mm-hmm.
those two aspects combined. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like that's yeah, like with my work, I've just been like kind of collecting it and kind of looking back at it, and then also it's all at once because a lot of stuff has been going on. I recently I'm finishing up like an apprenticeship. I don't know for tattooing. That's another segue into like this whole show. Uh,
Okay. How did that come about?
yeah. Well, after I graduated, I still wanted to do artwork, and then it was during the peak of like COVID pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to like continue learning new art forms without like being on online classes because I kind of found that really difficult during that time. I'm sure like a lot of people did as well. So the only route I kind of found that like fit all the categories I was looking for was tattooing. And once I started getting into it, I found a shop at Vista Body Art in Vista off of Mission.
Okay.
They took me in, and then I got taught by a couple different mentors there. Um, but yeah, that's kind of taken away from oil painting. So I feel like I'm getting back into painting again.
Mm,
It's like just finding that constant balance is really difficult for me. And I'm sure like a lot of other people find that in other things like hobbies that they love.
right.
And it's just like just been having to make a lot of decisions of like honing in on tattooing versus painting, and then I realized like the techniques and styles are different, and then it's just finding a good middle ground of like still doing what I love at heart, which is painting, and then also improving and progressing in tattooing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for me. That's what this art show is about.
Oh,
Well.
okay. All at once, you're
Yeah,
doing all these different art forms, and you know, trying to move ahead in the world,
yeah,
and
exactly. Figuring it out just
figuring out.
once, like if that makes sense.
That's pretty good. That I think that fits the movie definitely for sure.
Yeah.
And Brandon, do you feel like you're doing it all at once, or?
Yeah, kind of the same boat as she is. And a lot of stuff just in life happening all at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
being and getting married and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as the artwork goes, like I, it's hard for me to like nail down the theme with all the stuff that I have. They seem like they're kind of random or they just don't go together. But like the whole theme is like all these things that are different coming together all at once. And
Right.
it falls into it that way.
So are you guys showing like a lot of different styles or different mediums or?
I have like acrylic and oil only,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the most part, it's all around realism and like hyperrealism.
Okay.
They're all weird, and they
Okay.
saw them together, like just two of them together at any point, you'd be like, well, why are these together? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Some have more color than the other ones. Some are black and white.
Okay. I got it. The Creative Buzz podcast is sponsored by Thumbprint Gallery. Thumbprint Gallery was founded in 2009. We curate monthly and pop-up art exhibitions featuring emerging mid-career and established artists with a focus on contemporary pop culture, nostalgia, urban art, and pop surrealism. The gallery seeks to provide an eclectic and engaging atmosphere to view art by bringing people together in appreciation and support of local, national, and international artists.